2028, one Big Mac will equal $1 million. From the Gospel of John McAfee. Bro, just learn to code. The Project Freedom Podcast.
Boom. Welcome to the Project Freedom Podcast, episode number 45, where we today talk about ways to be more sovereign. So guys, I was supposed to be doing some research on this, but in all honesty, I figured I'd just do it on the fly. But this is for another request from Mr. Snowman Mike. Whoever you are, Mr. Snowman Mike, you have good video requests. And I think after yesterday, and guys, I apologize, I was just eating a rice cake. So there's like dried up bits of rice in my mouth. Blah, in my mousse. But yeah, I think after like yesterday's stream, not yesterday, Wednesday, you guys know what I mean, right? Of course you know. Did a lot of like explaining, but didn't really provide any like solutions other than like what you could do for income. And I only really gave two things, right? Become a developer, programmer, software engineer, or whatever you want to call it, or be an appliance guy. Okay. Now, just having like one of those skills, like let's just talk about being a programmer or a software developer. And I'm just going to preface everything that we're going to go through tonight with these two things. In order to say, okay, I'm going to be sovereign from here on out. And okay, if I ever need some kind of income, I can just learn some kind of skill, right? If you're going to do that, you have to make the presumption that whatever the skill it is that you're learning is going to be a necessity and or around by the time, like, you know, how can I say this without, come on guys, put the word in my head, put the PC words in my head. You're going to have to assume that if the doo-doo hits the fan that, you know, let's just say software engineer, that people are going to be needing to use computers still, right? And then also, if the doo-doo hits the fan, literally from your toilet, you're going to have, and you say, okay, well, I'm going to just learn how to, you know, fix appliances. You're going to have to assume that if the doo-doo hits the fan, both from the toilet and also on a metaphysical scale, right? That people are going to need like toilets, plumbing, anything that an appliance guy would need, right? Cheers, guys. This is my, I know it looks white. This is actually strawberry flavored whey isolate. I haven't had strawberry flavored whey isolate in like 3 years. And this is quite a treat, guys. I have to say, I'm usually a chocolate guy, but this is pretty nice. You guys see the nice froth on here? See that? It's nice and frothy. It's like a faux milkshake, except not really. But I think you guys get the point. But we're going to talk about how I think is a way to basically cover that basis, all right? Yaz says, yes, guys, have a blessed show and day. If I'm awake, I will catch up with you guys. He says, didn't make it. Oh, wow. That comment, that was from like an hour ago. Sorry, Yaz, dude. Sorry, my guy. Win Emery, Friday Night Fun. Yes, we are going to have some Friday Night Fun here in about 2.5 hours. Well, I'm going to go have some Friday Night Fun. You guys aren't. Well, I don't know what you guys are going to do. You guys tell me what are you guys going to have some Friday Night Fun tonight? Oh, yeah, guys. By the way, I know I told you guys that we were going to have a surprise for you guys. I think I said that to you guys about 2 weeks ago. The surprise is almost ready. Ashley Schaefer BMW in the house. What's up? What's up, man? learn to strip live. Should I get a pole? Should I do that? Should I be like fresh and fit and get a pole? Except I would do the stripping. Oh, wow. Yaz, congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah, I need to get back to OBS, guys, because I can't use my soundboard with StreamYard. And honestly, guys, StreamYard's really not a bad software. It's actually like very streamlined, no pun intended. And it also is very easy to use. But using OBS is kind of like a, well, let's just say I haven't mastered OBS yet. And it's not super complicated. Anyway, I have this, let's see if I can find this thing. Hold on, guys. I don't know where it is. I purchased a $60 dock for my computer, and it was working fine. And then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, it just didn't work. And of course, I got it from Amazon. So I'm trying to let the manufacturer decide whether or not he wants to spare me a replacement. And I just honestly just refuse to pay for one until that's decided. It's the principle of the matter, guys. All right, it's the fucking principle of the matter. Divine Rod 555 says hello, Divine Rod. Bring it on, nice NECCCCCCCCCCC. It's all right. I mean, I think I have a normal sized neck. To be honest with you guys, for someone who used to be like a bodybuilder, I think I have like a normal sized neck, which I think was good. I think it was good when I was on stage because it actually didn't detract away from like everything else right here. Like some dudes on stage, they'd be like, and it's like, yo, dude, actually makes you look smaller. Too frothy for YouTube. Yeah, that's probably too frothy for YouTube. Yaz says, what are your thoughts on Hydraway? That's just like hydrolyzed whey isolate, right? Is that what you mean? Hydraway? I think you meant to spell it W-H-E-Y. So let me do a Google query on hydro, W-H-E-Y. I think I know what you're talking about. It's hydrolyzed whey isolate. Let's see. Another key difference between hydrolyzed whey and regular whey is the body is more easily and rapidly able to digest the hydrolyzed whey. I mean, whey isolate itself is already like, if your body's not digesting whey isolate in under 30 minutes, you I don't know, you might have some kind of like lactose intolerance, my guy. So like how much? And then the question is like how much faster do you need for like? Do you really need whey to digest faster than 30 minutes? Because like, yeah, maybe I have at one time, but it was the times that I would need like something to digest faster than 30 minutes. I would be like 3 weeks out from a show with like virtually no body fat and exercising in excess of 3 hours a day, while also on buckets of juice. And so my body was just like, I need nourishment, and it just would I could have eaten like a cow and it would have like metabolized in 30 minutes anyway. But all right, let's see. Regular whey protein is considered a quote unquote fast acting protein. Okay, well, meaning the body digests it within 30 minutes, and hydrolyzed whey acts even more quickly. I think, and I'm talking about, I prefer to use whey protein isolate, Yaz, because out of all the types of whey, isolate is actually not, it's hypoallergenic. So that's a big thing right there, because like some people have intolerances to lactose, right? In fact, in actuality, most humans should be lactose intolerant above a certain age, and that's kind of considered a conspiracy theory. Play the Xbox sound file right there, but there's some pretty solid like things to back that up. It's just that the Food and Drug Administration doesn't like when people say that. So, you know, and I'm just reading this one paragraph thing. I don't know if this is the case, don't quote me, but I think the only difference between hydrolyzed whey, because I think it's actually, most of them come in the form of hydrolyzed whey protein isolate. Most whey protein isolates are hydrolyzed as it is. But I think if it wasn't, the difference is that basically it's like cold filtered. So meaning that it's like filtered through the temperature is cool, as opposed to it being filtered hot, which can have some kind of like effect on I think the lactose for one, and then two, I think it has an effect on some of the fatty acids in there, which can be, and then don't quote me, guys. I mean, I really don't remember all this stuff, right? But don't quote me. But I think they're basically the same. Like, I think you'll be okay. If you're asking me this question because you want to like know if spending, I'm looking at the price right here, $67.99 for Optimum Nutrition. How many scoops is this? 3.5 pounds. I mean, if you were to save $20 and just get regular whey protein isolate and make sure it's isolate, I think you'd be better. I think you'd be completely fine, to be honest with you. How are you going to strip? You're already naked. No, I'm in shorts and in Adidas flip-flops. All right, guys, I'm not naked. I promise. Is this an OnlyFans stream? Yes. Wrong mic again. Thank you, Cody. Whew. Here we go. Thank you, Cody. Thank you very much. She's Louise. Is the AC fixed yet? Yes, it is. I'm just wearing no clothes because I literally just came out the shower because I was being a degenerate and I wasn't going to be here in a timely manner. Is the AC fixed yet? Yes. Oh boy. I don't know if I left you guys off the last time. They basically came on a day that they were scheduled to find. They finally came after almost 3.5 weeks. And when they came here to do the install, they just forgot to bring the new parts and the new unit. And they're like, oh, yep, we're going to have to come do that tomorrow. Whew. I was like, are you serious? But then I immediately was like, never mind. It makes a lot of sense. I already know what to expect from these people. And then they ended up just taking approximately about 30 minutes for the install, which is funny because to take 30 minutes to install something that was almost 3.5 week process is pretty comical. We should write a sitcom about it. Sear X greater than Google. I'm not even sure what Sear X is, to be honest with you. Oh my God. Oh shit, God's pecs are out. Dude, dude. I'm not God, bro. We are all God. You know who really is God? It's Toshi Nakamoto. He is my God. Do you have glucose drinks that are training like Lucozade and yes, Hydraway, my bad. Don't like BCAA, looking for alternatives to feed the muscle. I mean, no, I don't. I never really did. Unless I was just like unless I'm like very, very lean, which I'm not like very, very, very lean. And I was just like automatically hungry all the time. Then I would just literally put BCAAs in my drink and like a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of like carb powder or Gatorade powder actually to like satiate myself a bit. But dude, you should be eating. Yes, I don't know what time you train. If you train in the morning, you should have a sizable meal before you go to sleep. Or you should have like a fast digesting meal prior to the gym. But for example, very rarely will I train if I haven't eaten at least like 3 times. And so maybe I'll eat like 2 whole meals. So I'll have like breakfast and then I'll have like chicken and rice like 2 or 3 hours later. But let's just say I go to the gym at like 1 or 2 o'clock. I'll even have like a shake with like 1.5 scoops of whey and some rice cakes before the gym, just like something fast acting. Because look, you don't need to be like doing all these like supplements and stuff and like having all these like things if you're eating properly and you're just staying satiated. If you're doing that, your muscles they should be full of nutrients. What are your thoughts on fasting? What's your experiences with it? It didn't work very well for me. It seemed to, and I haven't like quote unquote fasted since I was like 22. I think I was in college still, and it really just kind of like, and this is when I was natty back in college, but it kind of just like deteriorated my muscle, and then I didn't really lose any amount of fat per se, as opposed to me just like eating a good diet and exercising regularly and doing cardio. But I fast now, like maybe like once or twice a year. I'll do like a 12, maybe like 16, 18 hour fast, but I literally just do it to like reset and clear out my body. And I'll know when I need to do it, because I'll be like, I feel like Lord Bogdanov is living in my intestines, and I think I need to fast. OnlyFans, yes. Do you know the Whey? Yes. Did Kraken sponsor you yet? No. It's funny because I complained. I sent like so many emails to them, and then finally I tagged them on Instagram, and they read it, because when you tag someone on Instagram in a story, it'll show up in their DMs. They read it, and then they like immediately, like within like 30 minutes, I got an email back saying, "Oh, you're all good to go." And I was like, that's a coinky dink, huh? I love fasting. I get a better pump. I love fasted training. I get a better pump, especially time and attention. I mean, everyone's different, man. Any hard gainer advice besides the eat everything? Depends on how much of a hard gainer you are, but 90, as in the words of Dan Pena, 90.999% of people who are hard gainers just quite literally aren't eating the amount of food that they need to. And even if they say that they are, they're not. Trust me. Like, I'm not saying that to like diminish you or any quote unquote hard gainer. It's just that you, if you are a hard gainer, and people like you have lived your whole life, not eating normal amounts of food compared to other people, most likely not the case all the time. And so this is your normal. All right. This is your normal right here. And this is like my normal, because I've always eaten a fuck ton of food. I'm a very, very hungry boy. All right. It's abnormal for me not to eat food. Okay. So this is your normal, and this is my normal. And so when you say you're eating a whole lot, I'm thinking you should be up here, but you're really just like back to where my normal is. So you just have to eat food, dude. You like not eat everything. Definitely don't eat everything. You want to prioritize your calories in actually nutritious, calorically dense food. A lot of people, they'll be like, oh, I'm going to eat a bunch of chicken and rice, and that's fine. But hard gainers actually, Eli, I guarantee you, if you ate 6 meals a day, all right, and that all 6 of those meals had a protein and a carb source in them and a fat source, all right, and then on top of that, okay, now watch this. Top of that, if you put 2 tablespoons of olive oil in each one of those meals, and you did that for a month, if you didn't gain a single pound, we're going to take you to the mortuary, my friend, because you are probably not human. Facts, a former quote-unquote hard gainer. How dare you claim that my eating habits are abnormal? Stop gain shaming. Scott, thank you, Scott, for changing the conversation. To get back on the topic at hand, any self-sovereign tips for keeping up the gym while traveling abroad? I suspect foreigners can get some kind of temporary membership in some international gyms. Sure. Okay. So first of all, and I actually absolutely hate both of these companies, but this is an option. All right. In fact, you'd probably be best to do multiple of these things. Grab an Anytime Fitness gym membership and a Snap gym membership. Snap Fitness, because you can essentially your membership is valid worldwide, literally worldwide, like no matter where you are, even if you're on a different continent. And you can always just pop in, and there's like, dude, there's like a Snap and Anytime like everywhere. They're like McDonald's, man. They're like cancer. And 2, and this would be more prevalent to like someone like me, but as far as like people trying to build muscle, you have to improvise, dude. Like for me, I'm not really on a quest to build muscle anymore. So my exercise, if I need it to be, would be a lot of walking, like a lot of walking. And you can do that anywhere, man. As long as you're not like, I don't know, on a cruise. Then actually you could probably walk around the cruise ship, even though there actually is gyms on those cruise ships. But any kind of city that you're traveling in, you can walk, unless you're in like, I don't know, downtown Chicago. You probably wouldn't walk after 8 o'clock at night. You probably wouldn't walk down there, but you could do that too. Okay. Calisthenics, as lame as they are, and I think that like calisthenics like aren't going to like quote unquote like give you progress per se, but they can definitely like help you maintain what you have, for sure, right? And then I guess like let's just say, I don't know, let's just say you're traveling the world. Take your geographical location into account. Like if you're in the Great White Smoky Mountains, you could literally just go and like lift big rocks if you really wanted to. That's probably something that I would probably do. Maybe, I don't know. Last time I was in the Great Smoky Mountains, I was doing the opposite of lifting rocks. But let's just say you are on a beach somewhere. You actually activate the fuck out of your leg muscles when you're walking on the beach. Okay. And you can actually purposely make it even harder. If you're walking in the sand, you can like purposefully flex your calves and your gluteus and your hamstrings when you're walking. So you could literally do that for like an hour, and you'd probably actually get a completely different kind of like soreness from a traditional leg workout. It'd probably be good for you. So you can do either of those things, Scott. Alex, what is up, my friend? Good to see you. Are you saying eating pizza isn't going to help gain weight? No, it's definitely going to help gain weight. But like, you know, if you're just like, I'm just going to eat one large pizza. Okay, so here's the thing about like just shove everything in your mouth and people just automatically being like, I'm going to automatically resort to eating McDonald's pizza. If you're going to do that, and those are definitely like helpful. Those are definitely like helpful tools that you can use if you are a hard gainer and you need to put on size. But what happens is when you eat shit like that, you're not hungry 2 or 3 hours later. Most people, right? Maybe I would probably be hungry within like an hour or an hour and a half. But most people, if you're not like that, okay, then and you ate that the first thing of the day, how are you going to get the rest of your food in? And what you actually end up doing is you actually end up eating less of the nutrients that you need because you're like, oh, I'm going to shove this like really calorically dense stuff in my mouth. And then you're like, so what you should do if you are going to do that is do that literally the end of the day. Like before you go to fucking sleep, honestly. I've lifted rocks on deployments for exercise. Beautiful. That's not a bad idea either. But yes, guys, back to the topic at hand and how to be more sovereign. All right, so guys, I really do. I was inspired by the Matthew Crowder video. I really do just want to put as much of my life on the Bitcoin network as I possibly can. I'm not sure how. Like maybe I could just like upload myself into my ledger. So if you guys have any ideas on that, let me know. But since that's not a possibility, I forgot to do ASMR for you guys. Sorry. Since that is not a possibility, what can you do, right? Sorry, guys. I wrote a very important message. All right, so what can you do? First, what we need to do is let's think about the things that we need, right? So let me see if I was going to type this out for you guys, but let's just fuck it. Let's just whiteboard it, guys. Let's whiteboard it like we do with everything else. All right, mates. Let's go down to the mines and let's get this whiteboard over with, all right? So here we go. And this is going to be a learning experience for me too, guys. For me as well. Can you, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, can you all see the screen nice and clear? Great. I know you can because I can see it on my end. So first thing, let's just try to whiteboard this out, guys. Try to problem solve all this. So if you're trying to figure out what you need to do to be more sovereign, what is most likely, and if this isn't your goal, that's fine. But most likely your goal is probably like, how can I live pretty much, if you like your life, how can I live kind of the same life now without having to have a dependence on other people or things or entities, right? So, I mean, where should we start? What do you do the first thing you wake up in the morning, all right? So let's just say you wake up at 7 a.m. All right. What do you guys do? Probably like, I don't know what you guys do. All right. I'll tell you what I do, guys. What I do. I immediately wake up and I drink water. Okay. Where do I get water from? Well, lately I had previously bought water from the grocery store, right? And or I got one rating right here. Now I won't give this up until I have to. All right, guys. This is one of the things I won't give up until I have to. unless I can find some way to make it myself. All right. And even if I could find a way to make it myself, I'm probably not going to do that unless it's absolutely necessary. Do you guys see that? Can you guys see that enough? That is a limoncello La Croix. All right. It's about the best dang gun sparkling water a man could ask for. But besides that, I was previously just buying bottled water, right? And not the disposable bottle. I would buy like a jug or a gallon or whatever. That requires me having to be dependent off of the grocery store. All right. So, and this isn't a complete solution, and there is things that you can do to learn how to do the quote unquote complete solution, right? But one step that I took was I got a water filter, right? Now, I was never really like a big fan of water filters because they're just like plastic, and like me, it kind of would defeat the whole purpose. So I would just rather just drink tap water. But I got a nice glass water filter. The filter itself is actually stainless steel. I got a glass pitcher, and it looks like a science beaker. So I got that. So you have to like find a way. Let's say I should just do your own water. Who am I kidding? You guys can't even read my handwriting. I can't even read my own handwriting, to be honest with you guys. I can't even read my own handwriting. Never have. Guys, does that look? Does the drawings look blurry on your end? All right, so that's one thing. But a skill that you could learn, guys. Let's just say we're in the shit hits the fan situation, right? And you got to be Bear Grylls for like a week or two. Have any of you guys ever been the Boy Scouts? If you do, you could probably put some things together as to how you can source some water. Unless you guys were in those pussy Boy Scouts that you guys brought your own water. If so, just leave the chat right now. I didn't want to see you in here. But what you can do, let's just say you are in a location that is you're in a beachy town, you're in a coastal town. Well, there's salt water all around you, right? So ideally, you'd like to be able to look for a freshwater source first and foremost, but they're few and far in between when you're literally like, like a quarter mile away from the beach, right? So what you could do is, now it's actually like not, well, it's hard to do, okay? But it is 100% doable, and I've done it before. You can take salt water, seawater, which, by the way, even if you do this, it's not going to taste very good. So you might want to end up doing it twice, and you're going to lose a substantial amount each time. But all right, so salt water, the ocean water has salt in it, right, guys? And yes, some waters, especially alkaline waters, have vitamins and minerals in them, but it's not just a fuck ton of salt. So if you've ever drinking salt water before, which some people I'm sure have on a lost island somewhere, they're like, I got to drink something. Please don't do that, because it'll actually make you more dehydrated. Okay. But you'll also probably shit your brains out as well. So definitely don't do that. But what you can do in order to drink this said water is essentially you can boil that water. Now, how you boil it, that's gonna be up to you. If you don't know how to learn how to make a fire from your hands, you guys should learn how to do that. Minus not using I'm talking about not with a lighter, which if you have a lighter, even better, right? Because the more efficient we can be, the better. But if you guys don't know how to start a fire with just your hands, first of all, it's a pain in the ass, and it's probably gonna take you like hours to do. But you should just at least research how to do it. So if it ever gets in the situation, you could do it. So what you do, guys, you'd boil this water, all right? And this is gonna you're gonna have to be an engineer in this part, all right? Now, some of you guys are software engineers, so that means you're an engineer of literally anything and everything. So this part should be okay with you, all right? It might take some trial and error. You might have to do some testing, but it might not work 100%. But if it works a little bit, you're good, because you have at least a sip of water. You have to find a method, a structure to sort of basically catch the evaporated water and then let it set. And then what the end result is that the salt stays in the boiling pan, and then the water that you've captured via the steam is drinkable water. It should be clean because it's boiled, and it's going to be have no salt in it. Okay, you could probably do that with plants, like literally just plants, and you probably would you might actually end up like burning things. So if you do this, definitely do it outside and do it like away from your house, and do it with a hose at hand. But you could really just get, like, let's just say you have like palm leaves. You could just get a bunch of palm leaves and put them over. And then if you have some kind of device, a prop above the water, like a plate, it should drip or rest on top of that plate. Okay. And it's not going to be a whole lot, but if you could actually scale that out, you could probably get enough water for like 32-ounce bottle and like fill it up and be good to go. All right. But that's like absolute worst case scenario. Okay. And we're talking about living like right here, right now. Okay. So you could just simply get your own water filter. Right. That was a long one for the first thing to do in the day. All right. So what's the next thing you do? You brush teeth, I guess. Right. You shower. Morning routine, right, guys? Get dressed. Yes, guys. I know. I know. Look, don't fucking say it, all right? I fucking know. I know. All right? You don't have to criticize it. Okay? I know my handwriting's not good. All right? So, I mean, and this is all going to depend on like how degen you want to get with it. But basically what you guys would want to do is go through the entire timeline of your day, all right? And take note and take consensus of everything that you do and how much of that is dependent off of another thing, person, or entity. Okay? And you want to be able to find options, at least mental notes of things that you could do. All right. Now, in all honesty, unless the doo-doo hit the fan, I'm definitely not going to go make my own soap because I don't feel like killing a cow or a pig and taking its fat and doing all kinds of weird shit with it. Check Coinbase. Oh, God. Do I want to check Coinbase? Do I really want to check Coinbase? Why are you telling me to do this, dude? Don't make me do this. Everything looks fine to me, dude. Am I missing out on something? Oh, check Coinbase is your morning routine? Okay. Well, look, you're going to have to get, if you're going to want to be able to do that in a sovereign way, you're probably going to have to get like a Neuralink chip installed in your brain. But, I mean, that's going to be further down the line. Look, in all honesty, guys, it all depends on how ridiculous you want to get with this stuff. All right. I'm not going to start making my own soap anytime soon. I know how to make my own soap. All right. Because my fucking grandma used to do it, fortunately for me. But also, guys, in all honesty, if the doo-doo really did hit the fan, this dude right here wouldn't be making his own soap. This dude wouldn't be showering. All right. That'd be the last thing I'd be concerned about is taking a fucking shower. Like, I wouldn't care. Like, oh, that's right. You don't like my smell? You don't like my smell, man? Fuck you. You don't need my smell, man? Fuck you. Man, just fuck you, man. I'm so infinite right now. But seriously, though, you want to take, you most likely want to take into consideration everything you do and what could be replaced by yourself, right? Now, this guy right here, my iPhone, right? I'm, I can't give this up. I told you guys that, I don't know if it was in one of the developer direction webinars last night or if it was in a stream prior to, because all my days have been meshing together recently, guys. But I'm not going to give that up right now. Okay, I just won't. I actually used to really love Apple as a company. I'm very upset with how kind of like doo-doo they've gone down the hole lately. But that's okay. It's okay because I know that Steve Jobs was not that kind of guy. And I know that the current cabal at Apple is going to have to face Steve Jobs when they die. So that's revenge enough for me. Excuse me, guys. Let me get back to Vine comments. Saint Chocolate says, what up, shadowy supercoders? What up, Saint Chocolate, shadowy supercoder in training. Must replace Neuralink with LedgerLink. Wow, let's do it. Let's make it. Patricio said, I'm back. What up, dude? Good to see you. Patricio, you're probably a pretty sovereign dude. I don't know if you guys, I won't dox Patricio, but Patricio is not in the United States. So, he is required to do a lot of things on his own that us US normies don't have the, I guess, the leisure and the pleasure to do. Rano Keys, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Excuse me, guys. I burped in my hand. Would you guys prefer if I burped in mic next time? Let me know. I can do it. My friend showed me a video of C.T. Fletcher eating McDonald's every day when he was poor. Yeah, if you're poor, I'm not sure that's a good diet for a normal person lifting weights. No, but so there's difference between long-term thinkers and short-term thinkers, right? And long-term time tolerance and short-term time tolerance, right? Although eating McDonald's would seem like it's a thing that a short-term only thinker would do with a short-term time tolerance. Let's just say you were poor and you were trying to save up enough money to do something different with your life. Eating McDonald's in a strategic manner probably won't kill you in that time frame, and you could probably make up for it later by being extra healthy. But it's definitely not like the healthiest thing to do for sure, especially if you're like a weightlifter or bodybuilder, right? But Dave Palumbo, he would pretty much eat McDonald's almost every day as his last meal in the off season, and he was fine. He's actually like super healthy too. He's got 3 kids and everything. Reverse osmosis filter, yes. Oh, you know what else, Rihanna? On that note too, McDonald's used to be not a lot, but it used to be quote unquote healthier than it is nowadays. So, and that's because of our federal standards and legislative requirements for quality of food has been like dropped below that of a third world country. But yes, the reverse osmosis filter, water filter, air filter, humidifier. I don't know if the air filter or the humidifier. Well, I guess if you want to have clean air and you're in like a shitty city, and it's like Blade Runner 2048, and you can't depend on the government to clean your air, then yeah, I think the air filter would probably be a sovereign thing to do. I'm not so sure about the humidifier though. That would be, let's just say, I know you are like me, Nick, so that would be a way to kind of keep us away from medication for our asthmas and our sinuses and shit. So that yeah. Sovereignty is way better than iced tea. Yes, it is. Not too blurry. Thank you. I don't know why it looked blurry on my screen. I've got gravity water filter. Best thing ever. Buying cases of water is stupid now. Landlord pays water bill and it's free. Also will filter waste and rain water in emergencies. Yeah, that's not. So one thing, speaking of water, that's the topic. And one thing that we used to do in New Orleans is we had these things called cisterns, right? Do you guys know what a cistern is? If not, let me aware you. Okay, hold on one second. I'm looking for a picture of this guy. Cistern. It's Cistern, I think. Let's see. Yes, sir. Okay. All right, we had these. And this actually wouldn't be a bad idea to do. This is actually a great idea. I don't know why I didn't even think about this before. All right, guys, check this out. So a cistern is basically a waterproof receptacle for holding liquids, usually water, and built to catch or store rainwater. So I had one in the pink house, guys, the pink house that I just sold. It didn't look like that. Let me see. Let's see if I can find like new. CRN. These are like fancy ones. Mine was dumb looking. Mine was pink like my house. All right, so mine looked a little bit different than this too, but this is closer. So this is like what my grandma's looked like in the country. Jesus. All right, that one looks like kind of fall. It's gonna rot. That one's probably gonna rot right there. This is what most of the houses in like downtown New Orleans have. Now okay. Now the reason they have it is primarily not what you think. However, the citizens do use it for probably things that you would think. Now, the reason why they gave these free to a bunch of people's houses, and they like got some artists to paint them. Okay, and it's so that when they did some kind of like back alleyway math, and they were like, all right, if every like X amount of houses get these installed, that's going to be like that much less flooding that the city's going to have, and there's like that much less of a chance that people are going to get flooded. And I guess it's something. But then what I would use it for is I would just literally let it run on my plants. I would let it basically, there was like I had like a moat that had plants in it that led to a front moat with plants in it. And I would just literally like let it bleed. And my driveway was actually uphill. So it would just like drop, the water would roll down. So I would just use it to water plants. Other people would just like put, a flower water or pot water, or whatever you call those things. Like, the first image that comes to my mind is like the one from RuneScape that you were like me when you go farming. But other than that, I don't know what they're called. Pot water or flower water or whatever, right? You fill one of those up. Okay. That's definitely something you could do. Faux show. Matt says, I drank salt water getting smashed in the face by waves at the beach a few days ago. Does that count? Yes. You're super sovereign now. Variance 4. What is up, gents? Good to see you. A little late to stream. No. It's all good. It's all Saul Goodman. Yes, I don't know how we're gonna fix this, Max. How we're gonna do this. But we're gonna have to think of a way. All right, my guy. We're gonna think of a way. Just quadruple VPN, bro. Party morning routine is to pray to Richard Hart. Thank you, Richard Hart, for your hex. Could use olive oil for soap. Yeah, I think you can, right? Anything that's fat, that has like certain fatty acids in it, you can use to remove grease, right? What whey should you get? Any kind of whey protein isolate, it works, dude. Any kind of whey protein isolate should be good. Coinbase says all my assets were banned. RIP. Need Starlink to Starlink at the desert island. Yeah. So, all right. That is on the list. Freak Show 27. 100%. I got to give you a round of applause. Metaphoric round of applause. I would do the button, but we're not on OBS. However, I need to do some research. So what I believe is you need to have essentially like router and box still. Like I was thinking that Elon was going to be streamlined and fancy enough to just give us some kind of like fucking device that you can just plug in that's small. All right. Let's say you wanted to live the techno pirate bow life. Starlink's probably going to be your only option. Okay. And I think it's only like pointed in certain areas. However, the plan is to get it everywhere. Hey, can you text me? I'm streaming later. Guys, all you guys that call me all the time, this is when you guys know I fucking hate when people call me. I hate it. Don't call me. I hate you all. No, I'm just kidding. I actually would prefer most likely to be text because I always pretty much either listening to something or doing something. But as far as the Starlink goes, I don't know. I don't know if you could drive your boat to Antarctica and like Starlink would work. But how are you going to power that thing, my friend? You're going to need a techno silent yacht that generates its own electricity, and you could just plug it into an outlet there. But if you don't have a techno silent yacht yet, dude, oh my God, stop! I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. Stop it. One thing you could do, guys, is literally get a generator. Now, I've had generators my whole life because I lived in a doo-doo hole city with a doo-doo hole mayor and a governor. And I've spent, literally almost a whole year of my life without electricity before. So generators have always been like a thing, but like I believe that there exists without having to sound like discrete math. There exists generators that you can get that you can charge via solar power. Okay. But I don't think that they last that long. And you could also get generators too. Because guys, what if the power, like, what if you live in New Orleans and, the power is just going to go out? You're going to depend on Energy Electric Company. And yes, Entergy, Entergy. You depend on them to take care of you and keep your food from freezing over. I don't think so. I don't know if you're in the stream right now. Hold on. Generator is definitely on the list, okay, and also Starlink, okay. Other than that, obviously you want to have your own cellular service too, right? Because you could just use Tether through phone to get good phone service, or to get good internet, decent quality internet, but it's not going to be anywhere near as good as like what I'm assuming Starlink. Starlink's correct me if I'm wrong, Starlink's supposed to give you 100 up and 100 down, right? Which I don't even understand that makes sense. But anyway, Harry get his iPhone 13. I don't know. Was he planning on getting an iPhone 13? From my understanding, it's pretty much the same as this current one, right? This is the I don't know, it's the 12 Pro Max Giga Chad Thundercock. I don't know. This thing's like too big, guys. Honestly, this is like, and I have 3 phones. All right, I have 3 phones. Yes, they all work. I don't even know why I have 3 phones, but I just do. Right? I just do. So if a service isn't going to work on one of them, I could just use one of the other ones, right? But being sovereign and independent with your own internet, that's pretty important, especially in 2021, especially if you're a software developer. Okay, I'm assuming you don't want to use the internet, all right? That doesn't mean you can't develop without the internet. You can develop a lot of things without the internet, but do you really want to? This is an option, but do you really want to like hop coffee shop to coffee shop and just siphon their internet? Hey, all, what is up, Tom? Gun cleaning ritual complete. Self-defense tools is on the list for things to be more independent and sovereign. Okay, 100%. If you don't believe in those type of self-defense tools, maybe get like a bladed self-defense tool. Although I don't know how much it's going to actually benefit you. The old adage: don't take a knife to a gunfight, right? But I think everybody should be at least be sovereign in their ability to defend themselves. Okay, I think that's pretty important. That's actually probably like one of the top parts of the list. All right, Verse rug filter, luxury designer rugs. Korean McDonald's tastes way healthier than in the U.S. I've heard that too. I know the same as Japan. Cisterna in Espanol. Cisterna. Did I say it right? Cisterna. Patricio, don't play with my emotions. I hear your crypto do bad. Cistern. Yes, I had a cistern that collected gutter rain. Yeah, so basically mine literally plugged right into the gutter, Matt. So, and guys, same thing too. Like, you could always collect rainwater to drink, right? Bob blessed. A watering can is currently 1,585 GP on the Grand Exchange. God, that's an expensive watering can. What countries do you anticipate being good destinations for your future tech pirate ship to dock at? Hope places with hot whammon. Oh, and you spelled it the right way too. Thank you. I didn't do it myself. All right, let's take a look here. Let's take a look-see here, guys. Let's take a peek-a-rooski over here. So Scott, theoretically, hypothetically, metaphysically, spiritually, in a video game, because I would never do these. I'm never gonna, I certainly wouldn't be being a techno pirate. That would probably deduct too many good boy tokens. But all right, let's just say you live here where I am. All right, you're somewhere in this island, little area. Okay. You have the techno yacht. All right. And you want to be probably as far away from the US as you possibly can. I'm thinking like probably the best route, dude, would be to go from like isle to isle. I don't think anyone lives here. Oh, Bimini Islands. Oh no, it's going to be like Black Flag, Pirates of the Caribbean Black Flag, or what else? That wasn't part of the Caribbean. What game was that, guys? That was Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Hopefully it's like that. But basically, I would probably try to bounce off of place to place and places that are going to be nice to me. All right. Dock there for a day or a night or two, and then just probably complete the same path. Whatever path would take like multiple months at a time. So you're not in the same place within like, I don't know, 3 months time, right? I think 3 months spaced out is probably pretty good for several reasons that we won't mention. But Nassau is definitely somewhere where I want to go, right? If you really want to be John McAfee about it, I mean, you can go to Havana. You can go all around Cuba if you really wanted to. I've been told that the Cuban government respects sovereign individuals and that they don't really bother them. They're just going to leave them alone as long as they come and spend money, that they're pretty much okay with them. And apparently they were okay with John McAfee and up until the point where they were like, hey, get that guy out of your country or else we're going to invade you. This area, this area I probably wouldn't like want to go to be honest with you. So I'd probably avoid this, but I mean, I would literally just go to everything that's the most adjacent, and I would probably like try to hit that path up, slow as I can, like 2-3 days at a time, a couple weeks at a place at a time, and then just go around here. Because what do we know about these countries and these areas, right? Like, without having to, all right, guys. So can I just talk without people getting offended, please? Can I please just talk about people getting offended? All right, listen, I'm going to say it, and don't freak out. All right? Okay. Latinx, all right, there. I said the X, all right? So don't, okay, I put the X in there, all right? Patricio, I know you're glad that I included the X. Latinx culture is kind of like, if you can pay for it, like, that's the ultimate, like, having money is like the ultimate, how can we say? Having money is the ultimate equalizer. Like, if you just like don't want to get arrested or something, apparently, from what I've been told, and I know I have a few friends who are Latino, and I've been known to know, a few Latinos. It appears to be the case. So, like, what the assumption you can make is that why is there a key on here? Did I lose something here? What the fuck? Okay, never mind. Why is it a marked location? Did I do that, guys? Did you see me do that? I had a heart attack for a second. All right. What do we know about these places? I mean, they're pretty, like, you can be sovereign there, and if you can go there with dollars and or satoshis, I'd be willing to bet that you could just kind of just, hey, I'm here. I'm not going to cause any harm. I would like to just like work on my laptop here for like a week, buy some food, pump some money into your local economy, not FERC all your whammons. I promise it won't. I'll be a good boy. Just leave me alone, bro, and let me just code and be cool. All right. And I'd be willing to bet that that'd probably be okay. And then, if that route, that's where I would probably go, Scott. I would stay far away from this whole side of the world. All right. And then probably like, this whole side as well. And honestly, this whole side as well. All right. Maybe not Japan, but I don't think Japan's going to be cool with you just like showing up on your ship and they're going to be like, who the fuck is this? Because people do that, guys. It's very like people in Miami, they'll get their yacht and they'll just go boom, 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 hit these places up. Right. You're really bored. I mean, you can go through all South America if you're brave. You can go to Brazil. I mean, you can hit all these coastal towns. You just want to make sure that you're not going to go to some city that's like going to be like, you're not going to dock at some city that's going to be like disastrous for you. Okay. Like you're going to get like, attempted to get burglarized, upon landing. All right. Now, that's why also the being sovereign in your self-defense and taking care of yourself, not needing an entity or a group to be your daddy and protect you and enforce laws for you. I mean, just look, guys, learn self-defense first and foremost, like physical self-defense. If you've never been punched in the face before, ever in your whole life, literally go and ask your best friend, dude, just do me a favor and just punch me in the face. Just do that. All right. That's a start. All right. That's a start. But then also, seriously, with the self-defense tools, they're kind of necessary in that kind of situation, because like, what if you land on a place that is not friendly, right? I'm not saying go out there and get, like an alien ray gun, right, from Call of Duty, but you definitely would want to have something in that situation, right? That was funny, says Divine Rod. Thank you, appreciate it. Just joined. What are we autisting about? We are autisting about being sovereign in every way that you possibly can in your life. And so the premises is to think from A to Z. And we haven't even gotten to food yet. All right, guys. We haven't even gotten to food, but the food, that's the easy solution for me. And we can just talk about that right now too. So I said it on the last stream. If you guys don't know how to fish, definitely learn how to fish. Okay. And how to clean a fish. It's actually pretty easy. If you do it like 10 times, you'll do it fairly well. All right. There's fish in fresh water, and there's fish on the coast and saltwater. Okay, there's a bunch of different kind of fish. It's faster, easier, and cleaner, like less bloody to fish than it is to like go and shoot a duck and have to clean the duck or a chicken, right? But I have something for you guys. You know what else you guys can do? And I'll explain my thinking behind why I chose this thing. Hold on one second, guys. All right, guys. You ready? This is my guava plant. Okay. This is my guava plant. Now I got it and it was about half the size. It's got some like little buggies growing on it. So I don't really know how to deal with that. So if anybody wants to help me with that, let me know. If you're a botanist, let me know how I can get rid of these little buggy guys on here. But why did I choose a guava? Well, that's a great question. I'll tell you why. First of all, because I don't know how to grow anything, and I wanted to choose that to learn how to grow something. But also chose it because I basically researched like what plant can you get that will last a long time, doesn't require a lot of upkeep, and if you just forget about it and you don't water it for a long time, it'll be okay. And that was the guava plant. Now, obviously, in a video game, my MMORPG character would probably plan on needing some sort of vitamin C producing nutrient on his techno yacht. And so the guava plant would fit the bill on that. And if I just didn't make it back to the techno yacht in a month's time, the guava plant would be okay because it's a desert fruit. So that's one thing. The food, guys, is really not that hard. All right. Like, honest to God, if I was homeless, what I would do is I would go steal a fishing pole from somewhere, and I would go steal tackle, and I would just fish and eat fish. That's what I would literally do. I'd rather steal the pole than steal actual food from somebody. And I would probably steal it from Walmart because fuck Walmart. Starlink started to test Starlink in Latin America first in rural areas of Chile. Does it work? Do you have it down there already, Patricio? Never heard of it, Arthur? It's Tesla's internet service. It's basically satellite internet is essentially what it is. I need Starlink. Yes, me too. 2.7 megabytes per second. Where you are? Holy smokes, dude. Holy cannoli. That's worse than when I was in New Orleans, man. I'm sorry, bro. I assure you that the self-defense tools believe in you. If any of you don't believe in projectile self-defense tools, turn your PP into a pagina right now. Yes. How EU friendly is this plan? A European Union? I would probably, like, if the plan was to have a pirate brigade with all your pirate friends, I mean, you could depart from the EU. probably. You'd have to like get away swiftly in the dead of night, but I would just go straight to the Americas for sure, 100%. I would not. Look, you got to think about most of these countries in Central South America. A lot of them are like third world, unregulated countries, right? So like, they're not really like, they don't really have like a Coast Guard sitting out and telling people that they have to pay money to come in and dock and like inspect you for like this and that, right? A lot of these countries they're just like pretty willy nilly, and if you have money, that's that type of culture down there, from my understanding, right? So let's just say you're gonna show up at like a port in England with a boat. Let's just say you're on a bad boy list. Like, you've been out of your good boy tokens because you just happen to not want to put something into your body that other people wanted you to put, and or you might have voted for somebody who they considered 20 years down the road to be a bad person, and that would make you a bad person, and you'd be on the bad boy list. And then they're gonna like scan your RFID chip. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm trying to cover all bases here. Okay, look. Never leave it to other people to never expect other people to give you permission. Like, it's the whole premise is the whole thing of the ask now, do now, ask for forgiveness or permission later. It's better to ask for forgiveness and permission. It's kind of true, guys. It's actually kind of true. Matt Bracken is way ahead of y'all on bugging out in a boat. Good author, prepper, survivalist, former military. Yeah, I saw. I know you sent me some things to look at. And honestly, I did not. I forgot, my friend. I did look at one of them, though. What if you live in places like China? Do you really want to drink the rainwater from a place with poor quality? No, you don't. That's why I'm suggesting that specific geographical location to go to. Would definitely 100% not be wanting to. My choice would not be go there. 100%, dude. Definitely not. And if you are sovereign, if you were there, you'd probably be like, I don't want to be here either. And you would just leave. TBH. Go sail to Epstein Island and hang out with the new Sheikh owner and Elon Musk, ? Yeah, I can do that. I don't know where the island is, though. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. That's exactly what reminded me of. Okay, yeah, that was it. Haney is hell on earth. Yeah, I don't want to go there. John McAfee spent a lot of time in Belize, too. Yep. Yeah, he basically traveled like all around there, Patricio, right? Just say it. I'm Latino. I know what you're going to say. Latins. Welcome to Latin America. I will be your guide. Thank you. I'm coming to come see you. More money, more sovereignty. Yep. Stack sats, guys. Money equals freedom. That's where your old ledger is. Is that where the pigeon brought it, Cody? Goddamn. Yes, the marked location is where my C phrases hide. Good night, Yaz. You have a good weekend. Depending on how I feel tomorrow, I would do a midday Saturday's stream. You won't alpha widow all the women? No, dude, of course not. I would never do such a thing. Maybe you can make it down to El Salvador and land in Bitcoin. That is actually was supposed to say that, but forgot about it. But yeah, definitely that's 100% an option. Because what? I mean, you can go basically buy citizenship in El Salvador for 1 Bitcoin, right? Right now, it's like a $40-something thousand citizenship. Not a bad deal if you price it in now, but if you think look long term, that might end up being one of the most expensive citizenships someone has ever paid. I've heard that from Argentina, you can get a citizenship just from living there 2 years and applying. So that was what I was thinking about. But then I had someone tell me that Argentina is not good. And then I had, I know Argentina people that I interact with on a, personal basis, and they tell me the opposite. So I don't really know what to believe. I think ideally the better thing to do would be get multiple citizenships. I don't know how plausible that is, but I do know one man. He's a man from the land down under, and let's just say that this man, he fawks for a living. So He has several citizenships, I believe, but he was not a Native American, like a native, not guys, no, stop, not that kind of Native American. He wasn't natively born in the United States of America, so I don't know if that's a plausible thing to do. I mean, in actuality, guys, what is reality? What are these rules? Are like you're gonna tell me I can't get like more than 2 citizenships? Why is that? It must be because you care for me and you want what's best. Get some permethrin and spray it on the plant. Permethrin. I have to Google that. Let me just type this in here so I can remind myself later. Is it going to kill the plant? Also, Wade, if I put it on the plant, is it going to make my guava fruits? Is it going to make my guava fruits be toxic to eat? If so, I don't really know. Can I do this in an all natural way, my guy? Is it possible? You can get some imidacloprid, blah blah blah, and put it in the water and give it as another option. Oh yeah, for drinking. Right. Chile is all bureaucratic, but that may be true for the rest of South America. Okay, good to know. Get a girl prego in Panama equals citizenship. That's it. That's all it takes. No, is that all it takes? What if you get her pregnant? What if she's a Panamanian and you get her pregnant in the United States? Does that work or not? Let me know. That sounds like a very easy way. Sounds like an easy way. So what else, guys? I mean, we talked about kind of like things that, if I'm going to be all completely honest with you guys, like you could literally just take everything we talked about so far and just throw it out the door. Honestly, if it were me, I mean, I have the guava plant. I do legitimately plan on purchasing a boat in the not extremely far future. It's probably not going to be a silent techno yacht. So I don't know. I mean, it's not, could be within the realm of possibility that happens, but I also don't think that I would want something extremely like large, and if there's an air of uncertainty, I would probably want to get a lot of things sorted out first before I figure out I'm going to take a risk to be seen in a giant ass boat. But a boat is definitely an option that I'm thinking wanting to do. And I would most likely, guys, I would play most of these things by ear, literally. I would probably try to bring as much food with me as possible, and like just go 1 week and just travel and just like see how it works out. Like, you know what I mean? Just see how it works out. I think that a boat is the most sovereign form of transportation that is available as opposed to a plane or a car. And it just makes sense, right? Like, it just makes sense. You could just literally get in your boat that's docked and just go where you want. Okay. Whereas you can with a car too, but if you go with a car, you're going to get stopped at like different stopping sections and like pay money and do this and that. So it also is probably most likely the most dangerous method of transportation. So that needs to be taken into consideration too. Don't get a sailboat. No, too much work. I think you're supposed to get a boat with a motor that also has a sail on it if you need to lift the sail at certain times. Save gas. I think that's the idea. But all that's what would be just kind of like played by ear, guys. My primary concern is being useful to society and something that can actually give you income, right? And you guys know how I feel about that, right? I already have my skill set that I don't need a person to be my boss and pay me money, right? I have a plethora of software development skills that I can literally just take on extra projects if I wanted. I teach people how to code. I can work for a place across the world remotely, right? So that part of my life is figured out, right? And that's not for you. That's okay. But you guys need to learn how to do something. And I actually was going to hit on this earlier on the stream, which we kind of got away from that conversation. But just being like learning how to code and like being an appliance guy, I don't think it's going to be enough. Because if you want to be completely sovereign, if you don't know how to change your own oil and you're driving a car, if you have this boat, you don't know how to do maintenance on it. And like, what are you going to do? How are you going to fix it? Right. I guess if you had money, you could get someone to fix it, but then you actually need to depend on a person or a place to fix it. Right. So, I don't have an HVAC per se. But I know a thing or two about fixing some things around the house. All right. Now I can't replace an air conditioner when it's broke. I guess I could. I'd have to pay for it myself though. And I definitely don't want to do that in my current situation, but other things I know how to fix. I know how to change my own oil in my car. I know how to put a spare on a car, take a tire and put it on and off. I know how to do quite a few things with the car. And if you can change oil in a car, guys, if you guys can change the oil in your car, you can probably learn a lot more things to fix on your own than you actually think. Okay. So start thinking about things like that, guys. Computers, like if let's just say you have your computer, are you gonna be able to upkeep and fix it if you don't have the means to get a new one? Right? You okay, dog? You okay, buddy? He's over there coughing. But again, you want to do as much as you possibly can to decentralize your needs. All right. I would never put my needs on one certain person, place, or thing. Okay. And I think that's the whole premises that I wanted to construe in this stream. All right. Everybody's situation is going to be different. I just kind of gave you guys a breakdown of like what I would do and kind of like what's on my plan. But thank you, Wade, for sending me the picture. That's not going to kill. That's not going to that's not going to disease the plant though, right? Alex says, you mean jack it up and drain the oil first? Yep. But yeah, guys, everything's going to be more specific to you. Okay. So a lot of that stuff I probably can't solve for you guys. Unless you have a question about it, you could DM me or something. But I mean, I'm not the most sovereign and I'm not the sovereign individual yet. Right. That is my plan. And that is what I'm striving to do on a daily basis. Okay. But it's still a process and I'm on that process there with you guys. All right. And being skillful in things is like learning skills is literally only going to benefit you. Even if, perfect example, learning how to code, even if you don't want to do it for income, there's so many things that you can do with that knowledge set that can benefit you, your people, your friends, your family, your pirate brigade, right? I don't think he is, Patricio. I don't think he is. There's so many things that you can do with that skill. And the same thing goes for like just base level, like appliance knowledge. Just knowing how to use certain tools is going to help you guys. All right. And in all honesty, we've strayed so far away from like us men. We've strayed so far away from being men and doing like things that men are supposed to do. That's probably very hard for some people to get that stuff done. So guys, from now on out, I want you guys, and I'm going to try to do this too. Okay. I want you guys to make a pledge to me that if there's something that you can do yourself, you guys are going to at least try to do it. All right. We're all going to try to do that. Let's just do that for the rest of this fucking year. All right. We're all going to try to do everything manually ourselves as opposed to being dependent off another place to do it. All right. And just make it a challenge, like make it fun. All right. Now, like, if you're going to change your oil, I don't know, like you drain the oil in the car. All right. You drain the oil in your car and then you forget to put the bolt back in the oil pan underneath. And then you start pouring the oil in and then it just falls all out underneath you and your motor doesn't have any oil in it. Like don't turn your car on and leave. Like just call a place and come pick it up, come tow it. But other than that, like I think most things you guys will be okay. trying things out. And in all honesty, changing oil, there's literally 3 things that you do. So I think you guys would be okay doing that too. All right, honestly. So let's all try to do that, guys, and let's just all see as much as we can learn on our own. Learning basic construction is often overlooked these days. So yeah, good point, Nick. I'm not very good with like I don't have any like carpenter abilities at all. Like I can use a power saw. But other than that, like it would be cool. I would feel accomplished if I could like make a like if you have a porch, I'm thinking of like old Southern porch, and you have your like little the wooden dwindles on each. Like if some of them are like nice and fancy, like thick in one part and then skinny in the other part and thick again. If I could do that with my hand, that would be fucking epic, dude. That would be epic. Okay, but everything, you guys, let's just try. Yes, it does. It's expensive to get to level 99 construction. Let's all try to do things on our own. Okay, guys? As much as we possibly can. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. And let's just see how much we can learn from this. Okay. I would like to go and act in some walking around town with my boys. So I'm out, guys. I love you guys. If you like the content and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Please smash the like and leave a comment if you have an idea on a stream that you'd like me to do in the future. And